Hey, check it out. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're in the second week of Scratch month, and from Scratch they have proposed 3 new projects. The one I like the most is Sprite art, and we're so lucky because our 3D drawing projects fit the theme, okay? So now we're going to make Drawing 3D Landscapes Part 2. In order not to put the cart before the horse, okay, I recommend checking out these 2 videos, Building 3D Shapes and Drawing 3D Landscapes Part 1. As you know, in the main page of Scratch website there are some feature studios where you can find millions of projects made from other people around the world. And you can also leave your project links in the comments section so that your projects are added by the curators to that studio. Are you ready? Let's get started. We're going to begin creating the platform where the building and the trees are going to be. So, new sprite, paint, let's make a square here. The outline should be brown. And the fill green. Make the square. And now we rotate it a little bit. We shrink it to create some perspective. And we make it a bit bigger. Here we have it. So now let's go to the code and let's begin. When green flag clicked, obviously we need the pen. We're going to erase all at the very beginning. And then we're going to stamp, let's put it here, and change Y by 1. So we're going to stamp this and move upwards a little bit, 1 pixel. And that's going to be repeated, let's say 10 times. Let's see the way it looks. Let's begin there. Obviously this is very important. Go to this position where it is here. So now green flag. Okay, if you think this is high enough, we have finished this first part. Now we need the trees. So we go to costumes. We duplicate this and we're going to draw the trees. So we need brown for the trunk. And we're going to draw trees over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're gonna get rid of this platform. And now we're basically going to next costume and repeat this process. So we can duplicate it and leave it here. I go to looks, next costume, and we've forgotten to switch costume to number 1 at the beginning. Let's see now. Okay, are the trunks high enough? Maybe not. 15. Alright, now let's make the leaves of the trees. Costume. Duplicate. I'm duplicating only to have a reference about where the leaves are going to be, okay? Let's try. So again, next costume and repeat. Green flag. Okay, as you see, the color of the leaves is the same as the color of the ground, so we cannot see them. But that has an easy solution. Let's take all of them. Fill. Let's take it darker. And now let's repeat it. As you see here, the leaves start too low, so let's go to costumes. Okay, here we have our trees, okay? Maybe we can repeat this 22 times to make them higher. Okay, that's fine. So now we have the platform and the trees. So now let's go to costumes. Let's duplicate this again to have a reference. And this is gonna be the building. The first costume of the building, because the building is gonna require several costumes. So rectangle. We're gonna take gray, and the outline is gonna be gray as well. Let's make the square here. And let's try to give it the same perspective the platform has. So more or less it coincides. And obviously let's get rid of the platform, we don't need it anymore. And now if I do next costume, well, if I repeat this, let's see what happens. Okay, as you see, it appears over there, so we have to move it this way. So let's go to costumes and let's take it here. We have to try, guys. Here we have to try out until we find the best position, okay? So that's fine here. And now obviously we need a gate here. To create the gate, it's very simple. If we want the gate here, or maybe we want it on this side, it doesn't matter. We're gonna take a line. The outline could be brown for a gate, and let's put it here. And it's that simple. If we want the gate to have lines on the sides, let's put it here. And as usual, let's try. Okay, maybe this should be a bit higher, so 35. Okay, now we're gonna have a part without this door, okay? So this is gonna be building 2. We're gonna remove this. Well, no, we're gonna make a line to close the top part of the door, okay? And now, next costume, but wait, we're going to do it only once. Let's see. Perfect. So now we need some building, but only gray, without this. And that's easy. We need something like this, without this line, and obviously without these dots. So next costume again, and repeat perhaps 15 times. Maybe 15 is too much, let's put 10. Okay, that's good. I'm going to show you a way to make this code a little bit shorter, okay? We're going to go to my blocks, and I'm gonna make a block. This is something we've never done before in this channel. So let's click on make a block, and this block is gonna say build, no, a number, and now some more text, times. So I'm going to define what the block is going to contain. That block is going to contain this. Well, let's leave it here. Repeat stamp and change y by one, how many times? Number. Because as you see, this is repeated many times. So now I have here this block. I can substitute this by this. Build 10 times. What is 10? This. Okay, repeat 10 times. That's what I'm doing here. What am I repeating? It's 10 and change y by 1. So now what do we need? Build 15 times. Next costume. Okay, now I have finished. As you see, the code is much shorter. You might be wondering, why haven't you included next costume in the block? Well, the reason is because later on we're not going to be using next costume. We're going to use switch costume 2 and we're going to choose a specific costume, okay? That's the reason. Let's see if it works the same way. Okay, as you see, it does the same, but the code is shorter, okay? Let's continue. So now we're going to create windows. Let's go to costumes. Let's duplicate these again. And we're going to make some windows. The windows are going to be blue, so let's take a line. Let's take this blue, for example, 5 pixels wide. And look, I'm going to make one window here. To make all the windows as big, I'm going to copy with Ctrl C and paste with Ctrl V. You also have the options here, okay? And I'm gonna place it here and Ctrl V again. So now let's go to code. We can use from my blocks this again, okay? First of all, next costume. And we're going to repeat it 20 times. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, that's fine. So now we need some gray part. What I've told you before, now we're going to switch costume to, and the gray part was building 3. So we switch costume to building 3. And we build 5 times. Okay, if we want to create another flat, we have to repeat. Instead of next costume, we're going to put here switch to building 4. So as I was saying, if we want to create another floor, we just have to repeat this more times. So let's repeat it. Let's do it twice. All right. We want it 4 times. Could be 4 times. And here we have our building.
Hey guys, I know you are enjoying this video, so please do not forget to press the red button down there to subscribe, okay?
Some improvements we could do. We can create the edge here with this gray. It's very simple. Let's go here. Let's pick this and this color. And now let's go to the corner. Let's put this, and this. And now we have to do the same on the other costumes. It is true we could have done it at the very beginning of the program when we were doing the first building costume, and after duplicating we would have them in all the costumes, but I was explaining the most basic part and I wanted to do these improvements at the end. Other things we can do is make a small lake here. That should be done on this costume. Okay, so more or less this could be finished. I'm gonna tell you another improvement we can do. Look very fast. We're gonna
draw the sun here. To draw the sun, I'm gonna take a line 1 pixel wide, which is gonna be red. I'm gonna make the line like here. Let's try to center it, that's important. And now let's go to code. The line is gonna be placed here. At the beginning of the program, the line is going to hide. And the line is going to show when this finishes. So this is going to broadcast a message, it can be called message 1, it doesn't matter. And when I receive message 1, show, and that line is going to stamp and turn 1 degree. And it's gonna be doing that forever. So that's the result. You're probably wondering why the sun is red. The sun is not gonna be red. The sun is gonna be another color. I'm gonna use change color effect by, and look at it. When color effect is 0, the color is red. And we can move it until 17 to make it yellow. The sun is a mixture of red, orange and yellow, so we're going to be choosing a random color, so not change color effect but set color effect to pick random from 1 to 17. So that means, let's stop it. When we click here, the colors are gonna be from yellow to orange. We're gonna make it go to the position where it is now. And another idea, I'm gonna duplicate it. And this copy of the line, when I click on when it receives message, it's gonna go there. This copy of the line is going to rotate in the opposite direction. You can write here -1 or take this one and put 1. Okay, so here we have the sun and it's constantly changing a little bit. And finally, if you feel like, you can also add a sprite, a person in fact, a person who walks. So you have to find someone who walks. Obviously, every walk can walk. I'm gonna make it very small, like this big. As we've done with the sun, at the beginning of the program is gonna be hidden. And we're gonna show it when it receives the same message, message 1. It's going to go to this position, which is this one, where it is now. And it's going to glide to this position in 3 seconds, and then it's going to glide to the initial position, and it's gonna be doing this forever in 3 seconds as well. At the same time, so also when I receive message 1, it's gonna be switching costume because Avery has these costumes. That's gonna happen forever as well, and we're gonna wait 0.1 seconds because if not, this switching is gonna be too fast. So now we have this. The problem is that when going that way, it doesn't point in that direction. So at the beginning, point in this direction, and then point in the opposite. But there's gonna be a problem you're gonna see. To fix that, direction, left, right. Okay, and also to decorate it a little bit, you can go to backdrops, convert to bitmap, take the bucket, this, I don't know, something like this, for example. And now let's watch what we've created.